Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special live stream edition of Hank's Corner. You know who I am. I'm Hank Jr., part of Hank Jr. Productions, where I'm documenting life's moments through photography, videography, and, of course, podcasting. And one of the things that I really like doing as part of my support for music artists is getting to play music first before anybody else gets a chance to hear that. And I am definitely excited about this time. You could even say that I am ready to fly. I got Katie Ziegler coming up. Let's bring her in. We're going to do the world premiere of her song. Katie, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Oh, I am doing just great, and I am so excited. It is 8:30 here Thursday Eastern time, and we're only 3.5 hours away from your song coming out, "Ready to Fly." And I know you got to be excited too.
I am. I'm really excited.
And is this any kind of different excitement than any of your other songs? And if so, why?
It is. It's my intention behind this song has been very much more than previous songs as far as I was always just kind of scared to share about my song coming out. I just didn't want to like annoy people. And so I just kind of this time really decided, you know what, this is going to be my time. This is going to be when things are going to change for me as far as streams go. And I'm just going to really, put it out there as much as I can and just see what comes back. So
Yeah, definitely. And you were a guest on my podcast before. We did a full blown podcast out there. If you guys have not seen that, just go back either on Hank Jr. Productions YouTube or Hank's Corner Spotify. Just type in Katie Ziegler, and there you're going to find it. But during that full podcast episode, we really got a chance to know you, and I got the chance to tell the audience why I really liked your music. I became a fan of you because you were very open, you were very down to earth, and you were willing to share some of your inwards moments, and here you are doing it again with the song "Ready to Fly." And I'm so honored to be able to be the first one to play it. We're going to be playing it here in about 20 minutes, but it doesn't actually get released for a couple more hours, so we're definitely excited about that. But let's catch up a little bit real quick, since because it has been a while since we've talked on the podcast. It's a brand new year, 2026. Are you excited for this year?
I am. I'm so excited for this year. I feel like I've just really been focusing on my intentions, and I just really believe that like if you put good out there, you're going to get good back, and I'm just feeling gratitude and just like my song is going to get to where it needs to go and find the people that it needs to find, and that's what it's all about for me.
That's very well said. I like the way you said that because, sometimes people are all about the number of streams or how well it does, as far as how normal people, I would say, recognize success. But you came out and said that you want this song to reach the people that it needs to reach. So it doesn't, although it would be nice, it doesn't have to reach a million streams. You want each of those streams to be important, sounds like.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Oh, well, that's great. And like I said, brand new year, 2026. Obviously, one of your goals was to put out the song. What other goals do you make? Or are you one of the people that I don't make resolutions because I don't want to break them?
Yeah, I mean, it's really like a turning point year for me because I've had so many changes in my life in the last few months. So I really am just focused on, like I'd said earlier, just gratitude, just being, grateful for the simplest thing, even of just being alive, and just being grateful for that I am blessed with this gift and being grateful to get to share my music and just gratitude.
Yeah, what a way to start a year with a grateful attitude. That is so awesome and refreshing to hear. We got people that are starting to tune in. Thank you for tuning in. We kind of talk a little bit about catching up, because it takes a while sometimes for people to realize that we have gone online, or live, I should say, and to click that link. So those that are tuning in, be sure to let us know where you're tuning in from. For those who have followed me for a while, know that I'm in a small little corner, and I mean small. That's all my wife allows me to have, but a small little corner in the Tampa Bay area. For those that don't know, which they should if they watch my podcast, Katie, where are you calling in from?
Well, I just recently moved to the Kansas City metro area. So Kansas still, but right on the edge of Kansas and Missouri.
Yeah, and how was that transition?
Um it was good. It was good. Uh
We can read between the lines if necessary there.
it's still happening. So I'm trying to allow myself the grace of, we just moved in September, and then, just thrown into like the holidays and everything. It just kind of feels like everything's been just going and going. And I've been trying to allow myself the grace of, you've still just been here for a few months. You know, you can have some time to still need to adjust. And yeah, that just kind of goes back to, I'm grateful for these new opportunities. And I've just turned everything into gratitude. So
Yeah, that's awesome. And it really takes at least a year to start getting settled in a new place anyway. And we've been here now in the Tampa area for 7 years. Come this spring, and we still have boxes that we haven't unpacked. So don't feel bad if it's only been since September. But like I said, we're catching up a little bit. But the big reason why we're here is because you have a song called "Ready to Fly" that's coming out tomorrow. We're only 3 hours and 20 minutes away, but in about 10-15 minutes, everybody's going to get a sneak peek and hear it here first on Hank's Corner. But you have been promoting this thing in a kind of a unique way. Tell us a little bit about these little promos that you've been doing on social media.
yeah, I just kind of decided, like I had said before, I kind of never promoted my songs too much because I didn't know how. Being just me, I have to do it all, and I have to figure out what's the best way, how do people want to hear from me? And so I was just overthinking way too much in the past, and I finally have a really good friend that has been helping me just, um, with mindset. A lot of it is mindset. And I just kind of finally flipped the switch to where I was like, I don't care what people, think about my silly little videos that I'm making. But if I can, reach more people, that's the goal. And so I just kind of decided I'm just going to do, you know, the key is consistency. So I just decided I was going to try to post daily. And, reading all about the TikTok algorithms and all of that, they say consistency is key. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to figure out some way to post every single day. And it's been a fun challenge. There's been days where I didn't even know if I was going to, get the video done. Like, a few nights ago, I did it at like 10 o'clock at night and posted it. So it still counted. But
Yeah, it works, and good job at doing that. And I caught one of them that was unique and funny in a different way, because you had a little person in the back kind of popping their head out. Tell us a little bit about that.
yeah, and that was so, I didn't know. We were sitting in the school pickup line, and I was just like, we were 10 minutes early. So I was just like, okay, I'll just try to make my video. So her name's Nova, and she's a ball of energy and a spitball or ball of fire.
Hmm.
But I told her, I was like, I'm gonna make a video, so just keep it down in the back seat. And it's so funny. I kept watching it back because she stayed quiet for about the first 10 to 15 seconds, and then she started. And I
At
just
least you got the 10 to 15 seconds in.
yeah. And she just started being silly. And I just, I was like, this is my life. This is real. That's what people like to see. They don't want to see, just staged stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's definitely true, and that is your life, and you're one of two so far that I have scheduled that I'm doing world premieres. I got Peyton Riley coming up, the last Thursday of this month, and she did something similar where she was promoting her song "Blue," which will be coming out, and here comes her little sister walking behind her. So everybody likes to photobomb, video bomb, that sort of thing. It's just natural. It's just life, and we like it.
Yes, yes.
So, like I said, it's ready to fly, which will be ready to fly officially, come Friday, which we're going to be making sure that we put out on the top of our new Music Friday post here on the Hank Jr. Productions Facebook page that we always do. You're going to catch it there with some of the other new music that's coming out this Friday. But tell us a little bit about Ready to Fly. What's the backstory to that?
Oh, it's so funny because I wrote it with two amazing ladies that I met when I went to Songhouse Camp in Nashville in 2024. But we didn't write it there. We scheduled a writing session and we did it over Zoom a few months later. And it's funny how, when I was writing it then, how different it is to me now. Like it took on a whole new meaning. But like when I was first writing it, it was just, it was really tough to go to that camp and be immersed in the world of, songwriting and being with other artists and everything. And then to come back to my reality, which was, being a mom, which is amazing. And obviously, don't get me wrong, I love being a mom, but it can be hard when you have a dream and I see those other people and they are, all about their music, like that's their whole entire life. And so they have all of those, they have every waking moment to pour into it. And I just don't have that. So coming back from that camp was a little bit of a shock. I was there for 5 days and it was just like, whoa, like there's a whole world out there. And, I'm just here in my little corner. But the meaning behind the song when I wrote it was, I'm ready to branch out and, get outside of the day-to-day mundane things that become, it starts to feel like your identity, like especially as a mom, as a wife, doing the dishes, the laundry, all the things to keep everybody's lives going. You just start to kind of feel like Cinderella in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very interesting that you say that it took on a different kind of meaning,
Yeah.
because like I said, one of the perks that I get is I get to listen to these songs before they get released, and I took the time to listen to it and re-listen to it and just kind of think about some stuff. And what I thought about was it basically is kind of a summary of some of the older songs that I've heard in the past, whether it was, Reba's Is There Life Out There, or, Martina McBride, Broken Wing, that they talk about different aspects of life, but you sum it up and Ready to Fly that you can be in different, situations, whether it's just, wondering if there's life out there or being in a bad situation that you're just ready to get out of. Like I felt so many different ways that this song could go. And is that some of the feedback that you may have heard too when you play this out there, trying it out for audiences?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the beauty of music. Because I'm always I like to say geeking out over songs because I think, oh my gosh, this could mean this, but it could also mean this, And I love that about music because it's so uh, like the language and the way you say things, that's part of like the poetry of it, that you could be speaking to so many different people and they could all be taking it in a different way, and I just think that's beautiful.
And like you said, you hope that the right people are going to hear this song. And I have a feeling, that may be the case with this. So good with that. And, thanks for those that are tuning in. I know a lot of people don't always catch this right on the live stream, whether they just, not available at the time. But if you're watching this on replay, be sure to let us know too where you're tuning in from. We always like to see that. And we only got I guess it's 3 hours and 12 minutes before it's released, but there's probably about only 4 or 5 minutes before we're going to play it. And we're definitely excited about that. But let's talk a little bit real quick about pre-saving, because you have a pre-save link out there. People can go to your site, your social medias, and pre-save it. Tell everybody in your words why it's important for them to pre-save it, even if it's only a couple hours away from being released.
Yeah, that's another thing about this song also, that I feel like I'm at an advantage now, because in the last 6 months to a year, the last time I released was October of 24. So I didn't release anything last year, and I've learned so much. So one of the things that I never even realized was about Spotify pre-saves. And hi, Cammie. And I just realized that you can, let Spotify know that you have people interested. Because I've always pitched my songs to Spotify playlist editors, but I never knew much beyond that. Like, do they even listen to it? I don't know. But if people are pre-saving, it's creating buzz around your song. So people, they're going to look at it and they're going to be like, oh, sounds like people, want to listen to this song. Like, let's check that out. And it makes it more likely for you to get on playlists and for them to recommend your song to Spotify users.
Yeah, definitely. We all know, and we've talked about it many times on my show before, that you're not going to get rich off of Spotify, even if you have 10 million streams. It just doesn't work that way. Spotify does not treat their artists in that way. But by pre-saving, not only does it make it very easy for you to, go on Friday morning and boom, there it is for you to start playing. But like you said, it gives the algorithm kind of a notice that says, hey, people are interested in this Katie Ziegler song. Let's just start putting it out there. And the more people save it, the more it gets promoted internally. And then before you know it, like you said, it could land on somebody's playlist, and somebody who has a lot of people that listen to that playlist, now all of a sudden you get to get a lot of streams out of that. So even though we only have, a couple hours before it comes out, please go out there and pre-save it. That's one of the, the most important things to get that going. And, we only got probably about a minute and a half. And, I got to tease it as long as I can, before we actually play it here. But we're definitely looking forward to that. And like I said, be sure to, go on Hank Jr. Productions Facebook page tomorrow. You're going to see Katie Ziegler's song right there at the top as part of the New Music Friday post, but also checking out some of the other artists that have new music that comes out Friday, because Friday is usually the big day. I know some people throw it out during the week, and it's kind of weird. Oh, I put a new Monday music post, but it's usually Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So I think we're about ready. I'm going to go ahead and cue up the song, and we're going to go off to the side here, and everybody can take a listen. Here is Katie Ziegler with Ready to Fly.
She's a good girl, pretty bird in a cage, never took a risk. Scared of what might be in the way. Her mountains are linen, God please make them stone. She's tired of spinning a sword in alone. She's always lived by the book, lived the same every day. But it's time to turn the page. She's ready to fly. Doesn't want to spend her whole life wondering why. It's time to explore. She knows there's more out there than meets the eye. She's a good girl, but she's saying goodbye. Tiny towns, find my emerald city. I'm taking home with me, clicking my heels, ain't turning around. I know the places I've been, but I will go with the wind. You can't change my mind, I'm ready to fly. I don't wanna spend my whole life wondering why. It's time to explore, I know there's more out there than meets the eye. I'm a good girl, but I'm saying, I'm saying I won't look back. Past may be calling, it's a one-way track, one-way track. Don't look back. Past may be calling, it's a one-way track. Then one day you're ready to fly. You don't want to spend your whole life wondering why. It's time to explore, I know there's more out there than meets the eye. I'm a good girl, I'm a good, good girl, but I'm saying goodbye. I'm saying goodbye. Oh, I'm saying goodbye.
And there you have it, the world premiere of Ready to Fly by Katie Ziegler. They're here on Hank's Corner, getting to hear good music first before everywhere else. And, I talked, just as for general conversation, because we just turned over the new year and all that. But to me, man, that sounds like a great anthem for, 2026, Ready to Fly. It's perfect to come out in January. I don't know what everybody else is thinking there, but that's what I'm thinking.
Yes, that was my plan. I think it's a great, message to just have courage and don't be afraid to go for it.
Yeah, definitely. And, like I said, people are going to continue to see this video, even if they didn't catch it live. And I would be interested. And this particular video, just by the way, Facebook has changed things up to where live videos are only staying on Facebook for 30 days. But I replace it with the YouTube link, and that way it'll be a separate post. But I would still be interested in finding out, if this song has inspired anybody, the lyrics has inspired anybody, and what they even inspired to do. Because I can picture, I don't know if a video is forthcoming with this, but I can picture, having a bunch of people out there, your fans, and just kind of maybe writing letters saying what they did, trying something new, videotaping that. Wouldn't that be something cool to put together? I'm just spitballing here.
That would be awesome. I love that.
Yeah, is there a video coming out? Any thoughts about a video or lyric video, anything like along those lines?
Oh, I have so many ideas for a video for this, and I think it would be epic. Yes, I would love to. No actual plans as of now, but I hope to make it happen somehow.
Well, I tell you what, if you were in this neck of the woods here in Tampa Bay, we would definitely be putting together a video of this, because I would love to have those images in your head come true, because this is definitely a great song. I love it. And, when I reach out to artists, that they say that they're having a new song, and I want to do a world premiere, I don't know the song yet, and sometimes I've had ones that I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe not one of your best or whatever. But when I listened to yours, I was like, you know what? Katie hits it again right on the spot. You did it wonderful. You got a nice emotional song going through, and it's got an upbeat sound to it, to where even though it is emotional, it's very exciting and makes me want to see what's coming next. And speaking about what's coming next, tell us. I mean, obviously you're going to be promoting the song, but what's coming next for you in 2026?
Oh, I'm in a brand new area, so I'm working on, networking and booking shows here in the Kansas City area. I just booked my first gig. It's on Valentine's Day in Overland Park. So excited about that, to just kind of get the ball rolling. But yeah, more music. I don't know if you saw, but I have a special announcement coming on Saturday.
Do you want to give us a little bit of sneak peek for those that are listening here? Drop a little hint.
Yeah. We'll just say that there is, what hint can I say without giving it away? There's more music coming this year. That's all I have to say.
Okay, there you go. So be sure to check out, Katie's social media to find out exactly what's going to be happening on Saturdays when you're going to make that announcement, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that. And like I said, don't forget to check out Hank Jr. Productions Facebook page tomorrow with a new Music Friday post. Katie's going to be right there on top. This was so wonderful. Thank you so much, Katie, for allowing me to do the world premiere of your song "Ready to Fly." It's coming out in a little over 3 hours there on Spotify, and I'm assuming anywhere else that you can stream music. I know I personally use Spotify, not because I'm promoting it or anything, but it's just something that I use, and I got it ready to go. Looking forward to it. And, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And thanks for everybody for tuning in once again. This is Hank Jr., part of Hank Jr. Productions. You're listening to Hank Corner, and that was Ready to Fly by Katie Ziegler. Good night.